Is up, everybody? It's Crystal and Blanche. We're unblacked.
What's
Blanche,
up, y'all? I'm just trying to connect my show. For some reason,
y'all, we were just talking offline. Our
yeah,
offline conversation. We need to start a membership so people can hear our offline conversation. Our offline conversations are off the chain. Would you say so, Blanche?
they're crazy. They are absolutely crazy.
Oh, sorry we're late tonight. We were trying to get on. It's been a lot going on, y'all, but thank you so much for tuning in to Unblacked. If you have not already, please go and like, share, subscribe to our channel. We got some new things coming from you. We are rocking the merch. This is Blanche, y'all. Y'all got to go to Blanche's channel to get the I'm not black, I ain't black, I'm free.
So, hold on, I'm sorry, but this thing is saying that I'm already logged in. This is weird. It's not giving me the same options.
Okay. Is it saying?
Because I'm up here on add channels and yeah, it won't let me. That's weird.
When you walk with Chris, what's up? It's still not doing it. You want me to send you another link?
Yeah, maybe because it's not giving me the option it normally gives me to share the.
No worries.
Let me ask people in the chat. People in the chat, is it on my channel? Can you all see this on my channel?
If not, I'm getting ready to send it to you guys.
This email is already in use. Please log in.
I'll try it one more time. I just try to send you another link too, Blanche.
Okay.
So Win and Walk with Chris, she said that she loves her shirt. I love mine too. And it feels good. And it has this like little, hold on, y'all. Let me show you. Has this like little detail on it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Black is a color of, hold on. Black is a color or the absence of a color, but not a person. Period. Black ain't no person, y'all. Y'all need to unblack.
Y'all need to unblack.
Yeah. And we actually have a theme song that we getting ready to break out with. We gonna surprise you. We got some surprise things coming. We had a really we're having a good time building this channel, and we're so grateful that you guys watch. You said I see it on Unblack, not on yours. Okay. She said she sees it on Unblacked and not on yours. Okay. Thank you, Win and Walk with Chris. I appreciate it. Josiah Blakely says no. Clock it, Unblack. Thank you, girl. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not doing it. Let me see something.
Yeah.
You send me another one?
Yeah, I sent it to you. I emailed it to you.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah. We got a good show for you guys tonight. We're gonna get into the title. Here we go. Let me see. I got you. All right, Blanche, you on?
Yeah, I'm on. It's still doing the same thing. That's weird.
That is so weird.
Normally I can it gives me the option to just hop on.
Hold on, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Sorry about this, you all, but it's just not giving me the same. And my password is not working. It's saying this email is already in use. Please log in. Already have a Restream account? No.
It says, allow guests to rebroadcast I can't even say it. All right, I'm gonna try it one more time, Blanche.
Okay.
Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not already, please like, share, subscribe to our channel. It really helps the channel grow. um, subscribe to Black. Sorry, guys. Yeah, subscribe to Unblack. Did it do it that time, Blanche? I just emailed it again.
I'm really getting irritated because it's never done this before.
I know. Just crazy.
It's saying email is already in use. What is that? That doesn't make any sense. It's dumb. I'm gonna try
Um,
one more.
what? Yeah. What is this? Send me a text me a picture of what it's saying.
Okay, hold on.
Cause I'm not using any of your links.
Because normally it's linked to my, it gives me a link to my YouTube account.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try it again. It's the last time we're gonna get started. We've already wasted too much time.
Oh, that's good. That's good. There you guys. But thank you so much. If you have not already, please like, share, subscribe. Somebody shouting you out.
Who?
Jess Maurice. He said you was on some show. I don't know that show, Blanche.
What was the show?
I don't know, bro. Some show. He said, Jess Maurice, I don't know about that show, bro.
I don't know which one.
I just left them both up to see if you could figure out which one.
That was not. Listen, I don't know what it is. You know what? That's it. We gotta figure it out next time.
Dang. It's all okay.
All right.
It's all okay. And it's not saying what it's saying.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it's basically just saying it's telling me to log in. It's not giving me the option. Normally, it has my YouTube channel already up, and I just click on the button to turn it on to
All right.
share.
Somebody said reset.
Yeah. I just refreshed my.
I'm telling you, you guys, this is what you got to do when you don't have assistance. You gotta we working this thing out, but we so grateful that you guys help us build. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much
Let me
for.
just tell folks to watch your.
Well, no, they said so somebody said reset, bro, last time that helped me out. You want to try to log all the way out and reset everything, like close out of everything and then come back in?
Okay. Yeah. Let's try to do that.
All right. In the meantime, y'all get me. Y'all get me. So if you have not already, please go like, share, subscribe to P is Blanchard. Subscribe to Unblacked and subscribe to Red Pill Brown Girl. You guys, if you have not gotten a chance, I'm gonna put it. Jess Maurice, all I can do for you is put the link up there. I don't know the show y'all talking about that he was on, but apparently Blanche was on a show last night, and this is the link. Go ahead, shout out to them.
Oh, popping politics.
I don't know nothing about that show, Blanche.
Oh,
But Jess Maurice, if you want to put the link so everybody out there can watch Blanche, please support my friend. I don't care. I don't care what show you on. Even if you want a show I don't know. Shout out to Blanche.
Let me try
Oh
this.
God, Jess Marie's the Megan the Stallion convo. What about that? Me and Blanche talked about that offline, y'all. I'm not ready to talk about it online. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to talk about the Meg Thee Stallion conversation because I don't think y'all want to hear what I have to say about it. Y'all know I'm always going to come with something different, Jess Maurice. And Blanche, he was dragging these girls, and I just feel a different way. So him and we talked offline about it, and I kind of publicly said what I feel about Meg Thee Stallion and Clay Thompson, and the way that the Western world is. Like, I think if you are a guy that is dating someone, sorry, I love my shirt and I'm trying to get y'all to see it, but I love my mic too. So, if you are a guy and you are attempting to date someone that is a Western female, the chances of her not having a past, good luck. I mean, y'all, I remember being in like first and second grade, and some of these kids was off the chain. Like, so if you find someone and she is pure, I love that for you. However, and this is for guys and girls, okay? Guys and girls, but I think it matters more for girls, obviously, because guys care about their woman not being ran through, of course. I think I heard the whole thing about have y'all ever heard that saying? It was like, if you have a key that can open up any lock, it's a master key. But if you have a lock that will take any key, it's a crappy lock. So I think that is the case with women. So I do think that it's different. However, men, good luck out there. Good luck out there finding a girl who's pure. I don't know what to tell you. So Blanche and I kind of had that conversation. You say you can't turn oh, okay. I think you meant you can't turn something into a housewife. Is that what you meant? I mean, they talking to me about the whole Meg the Stallion thing, and I'm like, Blanche, I'm not going there with your people today. I'm not.
Okay, so it should be on now.
Okay. I'm not going there with your people today, Blanche.
I'm gonna edit all this stuff out because I don't know.
You said what?
We're gonna edit all this out.
Edit all what?
What that 12 minutes and 13 minutes of nonsense.
It ain't nonsense. We having a good time. Me and Steve saw you. We having a good time talking about your conversation. And my whole thing is if you are trying to date somebody and she's a Western girl and you want her to be pure, I love that for you. And I hope you get it. I do. I hope there's just not enough dudes that remember her from uh first and second grade when they were playing hump tag.
Humping with their clothes on. About to start a fire. About to start a fire.
Y'all, that's what they was playing at my school. I grew up in the hood, Blanche. I remember being in second grade and we be running, the girls running, they get caught and the dude go.
I remember being in elementary school and there was this thing called the cheese slide.
What?
It was a slide, it was a big block of cheese but made into a slide. So it was a slide the shape of a big block of cheese.
Uh-huh.
But you would go in there and
I don't even.
it went down in the big, listen. I'm trying to say the big cheese slide, listen, it went down. And listen, we used to play house. Don't play house.
Y'all, I'm sorry. It just is what it is. But if you are a guy like Blanche holding out for a girl that's pure and untouched, I love that for you. And I'm hoping you get it, Blanche. I'm praying for you.
I'm praying too.
She either gonna be 15
Goodness.
or she gonna be from the east. She gonna be from the Middle East.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to unwrap her to see how she look. You know what I'm saying? Peel all them layers off.
Cause over here we get down. We get down. Sorry. Y'all, that was funny. Anywho, you guys, thank you so much for being patient while Blanche got his team on there. Welcome, 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 welcome to Unblacked. If you have not already, please go like, share, subscribe to our Unblacked channel. Thank you. It really helps us grow. If you have not already saw, we are rocking the merch. You can find this on Blanche's channel. Not Black, we're free. And go follow Blanche on Blanche. You shout out your stuff.
Well, y'all can follow me. You know that he is Blanchard on YouTube. He is Blanchard on Twitter. Free Blanche on Rumble. Free Blanche on TikTok. You know.
Yep. Anywho, you guys, we had a really good show on Thursday. Thank you for everyone on Sunday. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Shout out to Craig Long. Love him. If you haven't already, go and follow him. Good, great guy, great content. Praying for him. If you have not already gone back and watched our show on Sunday, please check it out. It really will give you a different perspective, because I think everybody just kind of say the same thing, Blanche. They was mad at us.
Listen, y'all.
They was mad at us, Blanche.
And I hope you clip this. First of all, nobody ever said that Craig was right for getting a prostitute.
I don't even think Craig will say that.
He wouldn't even say it. So nobody ever excused his actions. No one ever said that he was right. No one ever said that he was morally right. No one said that. No one ever said that these men were right in what they were doing. What we said was they are slapping sex trafficking and human trafficking on the regular prostitution and sex work. And to me, that's unfair, because like RPG mentioned, these NGOs want this federal money, and they can only get the federal money if they go after this quote unquote sex traffickers and human traffickers. But the problem is they can't get them. So they got to slap the label on somebody to justify the money. That's all we were saying. It's really propaganda, honestly.
Agree. And and to be honest, like, there's a reason why they're showing. I seen a couple of videos of other people. There's a reason why they're not showing videos of Craig. I do think that there's a lot of lies, that's the media, and I do think that he was a big fish. And they're trying to make an example out of him, trying to tie him to the president, which I don't think Craig even knows the president. I think it was his first time meeting him, like in that capacity, this year probably, and so they're just trying to make it because they don't like Trump.
So. And I'll say this too. These people want to justify their existence, so they have to say that we're cracking down on. Again, here's all I'm saying. It's a virtue signal.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because there's actual human trafficking going on and actual sex trafficking going on. But you don't ever see them busting them people. You don't ever see them busting big warehouses of people. You ever see them bust people in back. You don't see it that much. You know why? Because it's very difficult to do. It's very difficult. You know why? A lot of women are in the sex trafficking business, helping this chaperoning, helping this stuff move. So again, if you bust sex trafficking, human trafficking, going to be a lot of women involved. They don't want to do that. It's easier to go after the guy getting a prostitute, or the guy that's a pimp, or the guy that owns a strip club, or the guy that has his girlfriend, or the guy that has an escort service, or the guy that has an OnlyFans harem. Like, it's easier to go after them than actual sex traffickers and human traffickers. That's what we're saying.
Facts. Nothing but facts. Anywho, you guys, somebody said, Not even on the line. I always thought Craig was weird. What?
Well, listen,
Look,
a
whatever.
person being weird don't mean they involved in sex trafficking, though. Like, listen, he can be weird. We're talking about you're saying somebody's a part of a sex trafficking operation. That's a little different than me going to get a prostitute. I'm not justifying. I'm just saying we got to keep it in context. It's like me going to buy some weed, and then you bust the place, and they say, "Oh, I was a part of a drug trafficking operation where we found 8 kilos of heroin," and I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." I was just buying a pack. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. You just again, they over sensationalize stuff to make themselves seem like they're doing more than what they actually are.
Yeah.
Hold on. The lady's organization was called what? It was called some child.
One
Some
more child. One
how
more.
many how many children did she save?
None. None. Because it was no children. It's so crazy. You said what y'all think about California flipping red?
California has always been red. If you
The
look it
whole
up,
United States.
California has the most Republicans out of all the states, or maybe second to Texas, but I think they have more. They're number one in the country.
Yeah,
So
they.
California's always been red. The problem is that the major metro areas are not.
Yeah. And a lot of the major metro areas have a lot of immigrants. Immigrants are really the number one problem. It's the one thing that's happening in Virginia too. Like in Virginia, they purged the voting rolls of self-identified non-citizens. And the courts came back and said that was unconstitutional. It was like these are people that said, I am not a citizen. Why are you even voting? So a lot of these metro areas, including Virginia and DC, they're trying to bring in citizens. They're trying to bus in their voters, and it's unconstitutional. And I'm glad that they're doing something about it, Blanche.
I had a friend of mine. She was living in Orange County in California, and she said they were busting so many illegal immigrants without a driver's license. So you know what they did? They just changed the law. They didn't need a license.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So this is the kind of stuff that's done because again, and this is what I mean by we're going to get into this voting thing.
Mhm.
But the problem with any push towards voting is always towards the Democrat vote.
Always.
All of the energy that goes into voting is for people on the left. People on the right usually vote. So
Yeah.
they don't have to get campaign to people on the right. People on the right care about usually the country, what's going on. So they're going to vote regardless. All the voting push is for the people on the left. The problem is that the folks on the left, they're so gung-ho about making America this utopia, but they're lazy. They don't like to vote. So they gotta go and drag them from the caskets of the grave. They gotta falsify names. They gotta incentivize them, tell them they're gonna give them some money. They gotta do all this stuff just to get somebody to walk in there and vote. So the vote at this point is a weapon, honestly, to
It's,
me.
it's so true. And I mean, like anytime you're like busing in college students and busing, like this is all the stuff that the Democrats do. And it's really sad because these people are not what's keeping America going. It's the working folks, which are the Republicans. If you tell a working person that, hey, if you work, you get to take part of your money and give it to the people who don't work. Like they're not, nobody is going to agree with that.
Insane.
That's working. And so I'm just glad that President Trump, and he's always said this, he's always said our country is being ran by stupid people. That whole voting thing is totally manipulative, Blanche. What they were doing is they were giving black people their own representation if they could prove that they couldn't get elected. That's like me in high school. If I prove that nobody will vote for me for prom queen, we get two prom queens. Like, okay, Crystal, you'll have your prom queen with the people who vote for you, and then we'll have the real prom queen. And that's what they were doing with black people.
Where was this?
So when the Supreme Court struck down the Voting Rights Act, What the Voting Rights Act was doing, Blanche, when I listened to it, I couldn't even believe that white people allowed this to happen. What black people had to prove is that they could not get elected in a county. So if you're in Texas, you go to the courts and you say they won't vote for a black person. So we need our own representation. So what the Voting Rights Act allowed is for black people to have another seat. Because if they prove that they couldn't get elected, they get an extra seat, an extra black seat. And finally, after all these years, it was struck down as unconstitutional. If you can't get elected, then you can't get elected.
So let me get this straight, so I can
that really happened.
Let me slow it down. Like what Jesse Lee say, he said he black and slow.
He black and slow.
So I go out and campaign. Nobody wants to vote for me.
Yep.
I say that's racism.
Yep.
So because I'm discriminated against when it comes to voting, a person's choice.
Yep.
They say prove it. Well, I didn't get any votes. Okay, it's proven. You didn't get any votes. Okay. So it's right. So I can easily prove it. I didn't get any votes. So they're going to say, okay, since you didn't get any votes, we're going to give an extra seat that doesn't require any votes.
That requires black people votes. So black people get their own representation. So they were getting
Wait a minute. So the second seat can only be voted for by black people.
Yep. And this was happening for years and years and years. And you wondering where all these ignorant, dumb black Congress people are coming from. It was because of the Voting Rights Act. And white people allowed it.
You mean, and I'm getting white folks in a second. You mean to tell me that the mighty kings and queens, the people that started civilization, the people that built the pyramids, the people that claim now they built Europe, the people that did all of this great stuff, you mean to tell me they couldn't get a vote?
Nope.
So they had to get some charity votes. Yep. So you mean to tell me they applied socialism to voting?
Yep.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me black folks were getting a welfare vote?
They were getting the welfare votes.
The EBT ballot?
Oh, the EBT ballot. Oh gosh, Blanche, you need a shirt for that. That's exactly what was happening.
I'm disgusted.
Yep. That's exactly what was happening.
I'm truly disgusted.
And shout out to President Trump. He had a chance to look at like who would allow this in any functioning country? Who would allow this?
Black people, y'all are pathetic. I'm serious. Like y'all are like the stuff that you all accept. It's just pathetic. Like y'all don't have any. You don't have any. No kind of scruples, no kind of honor. Have ye no honor? Goodness.
And my thing also is that you had this Voting Rights Act for what, 40 years? And you did nothing with it. You didn't make any ghetto or any hood profitable. There has not been a single hood that has improved under your extra congressional seat. Like not a single one.
The only time the hood gets improved is when white people move back in and invest in the hood. But then you all say that that's racism.
Yep.
So you want it to be a crime, drug infested, piss infested, rat infested environment for it to be black. As soon as white folks come to make it better, it's racism.
Facts. And it's so sad. I remember growing up in the hood, y'all, and my area where I grew up, my block, it got gentrified. But in between the gentrification, you're trying to get rid of the blacks to bring in all the whites. And my landlord at the time, this is verifiably true, had planted flowers in the flower bed, right? Mind you, he had tried to plant flowers in the flower bed, but it'd be graffiti and everything. So he planted flowers to, trying to spruce up the neighborhood. Mind you, my landlord is black, y'all. He's black. The black people started pulling out the flowers, Blanche. Like pulling them out, like in protest. So thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars of flowers in the flower bed, he had to replace, and then because the black people were pulling it out. We used to sit on the stoop and sit on the, like, like black people just used to sit around. So he started putting like thorns and stuff, to kind of make it so you just can't sit out there. People was graffitiing, trying to get rid of him, making it nice. That happened verifiably. Anybody that's from my hood, y'all know that happened.
It's I'm speechless about those. Listen, those votes have me speechless.
Yep.
Getting an extra seat because you can't get any votes is it should have been struck down. It should have never happened.
It should have never happened. But white people, y'all are cooked. Y'all are cooked. If we live in a world where white people allow this to continue to happen, and y'all mad because President Trump ain't letting it happen under his watch, but if y'all allow that to, y'all are done. Y'all are cooked.
Listen, dear white people, if you all lose all your power, it's over for everybody. You know that, right? You know it's gonna be over, right? Because once y'all leave the gate, all the heathens and monsters are coming in. So it's just I'm just telling y'all, there's no, as my boy says, soft landing in all of this. The weaker you all are, the more you're going to get terrorized. What I'm saying is that if you all are weak and want to stay in your house, stay with your family, they're going to come and get you.
Yep.
They're not going to let you live peacefully in your house, in your cul-de-sac, in your neighborhood, and barbecue and wave the American flag. They're not going to let y'all do it. They're going to terrorize y'all. So I'm telling you, you might as well fight now. I'm just telling you.
It's so true. It's so true. They didn't like when Nick Fuentes was making fun of the TPUSA alternative halftime show. And the guy, I thought it was a beautiful song, but Nick Fuentes was like, I'm sorry, white people, because the guy was like, I just want to pet my dog, cut my grass. And Nick Fuentes said, if you want to do that, you need white people. You need white people in charge. It was like, I'm sorry, you just can't hug your dog and cut your grass without white people in charge. I was hollering.
That's actually true, though.
It's the truth.
It's true.
Everybody else is trying to kill y'all. I mean, I'm serious. Look at Europe. Y'all giving DEI, y'all giving these black people everything. You give them welfare, you give them everything. It's never enough. They are going to take everything from you, destroy you, and blame you.
We have a comment from the chat. She said, the chat said they didn't strike it down. They didn't strike it down. They just said you have to prove racism. Redistricting can happen for political reasons, but not racial. It has to be challenged and proven, not assumed as in the past. So they didn't. So you're telling me they didn't actually strike it down. They just said you got to prove race. You got to prove it.
I'll have to check that, LeChat, because they did. I think they did. They struck down the Voting Rights Act, which the Voting Rights Act, that's what you did. So they said, so the Voting Rights Act actually said you have to prove racism. So what people were doing was just going and saying, see, I can't get elected.
Right.
And then they were saying, okay, well, if you can't get elected, we'll make you a district of just black people. And then you get elected. And that got struck down. And that's why all of these districts are now gone. All of those black districts are gone.
Because they were made up, right? It's make-believe.
They were made up. They were made up just to black people.
Can you play the clip with the Killer Mike clip?
Oh, sure.
That YouTube, you sent me that YouTube. It was a good video, though.
No, it's okay. I didn't know you wanted to do that one. I was checking.
I can pull it up, though.
Are you talking about DL Hughley, right?
Yeah, because it was about a 7-minute video, but it was touching on
That dude is a disaster. Whatever happened to DL?
See, all these people were always like this. It's just the political climate changed. So whereas this is how you know it's mostly propaganda and programming because they've always had these views. It's just nobody really cared that much because your political life was private. Who you
Yeah.
voted for was private. But then once it got commercialized with Obama, once you had to wear everything on your sleeve, then you got them then it became lucrative. It's a lot of money in racism and victimhood and grievances. And yeah, there's a lot of money involved. So you can get a check for being a quote unquote activist, or fighting against the system.
Yeah, somebody said I can't stand Killer Mike or Ti. I don't. Here's it's not that I can't stand Killer Mike. I don't like the fair weather fans. You see what I'm saying? Like I feel like Killer Mike totes the line a little bit, and you like
No,
when I
no, he don't tote no line. Listen, Killer Mike is he's a public liberal,
mhm.
public socialist. He's publicly that, but privately he's conservative.
So that's what I mean. Like it's like you know me, I'm just like come out. I remember being so obnoxious when I was a Democrat, and I promised myself when I became conservative that I was going to be equally as obnoxious. Like don't get private when you on the unpopular side. You know what I'm saying?
But what's crazy is they're going against Killer Mike. Like, I'm like, he's on your side though. Like, he is on you all side. He really is. Like, because I listened to his speech at the beginning of the video and I was like, he's on y'all side.
But he not though. You see what I'm saying? Like he not,
Okay.
and he
Yeah.
think people can't tell.
Well, okay. So he's not, well, this is what he's not a radical. He's not as radical as you all are.
Yeah.
That's the only but he same socialism. He trust me, but he just ain't as far gone as y'all. Like, he got some sense. Like he like
I agree. I agree. And what he hasn't realized is that it ain't no toting the line with these people. You either going to castrate and kill babies or you not.
right.
Like I mean that's
Right.
you're going to castrate your kids and kill babies or you not. Like there was a interview with Wes Moore that they say that they love so much and that he's going to be president. He literally said that if his son wanted to be a girl, he would support it. He literally had to say that. He had to say it, Blanche.
Shout out to Grub's Kitchen. Grub's Kitchen said today, he said Republican equals masculine, Democrat equals feminine.
Fact.
And he played a clip where the guy asked these candidates running in California for mayor, and he said, this is a yes or no question. He asked the Republican guy, he said no. Basically, do you support, I think, illegal immigrants voting? He said no. He asked Karen Bass, well, you can't just, it depends. You can't just, she gave a whole little speech, a lady gave a speech. In other words, his point was that Republican is the masculine version of politics and Democrat is the feminine version of politics.
It is. Period. So you can't be in the middle.
You can't be in the middle. You can't be in the middle.
Ass is tagged.
Reporting live from Mybridge Club in Atlanta, Fight Plus News, I'm John Abba.
And I'm talking directly to you, Killer Mike. Your ass is tagged. Shut the f up. Because wasn't this your in 2024? Oh no, this is your ass again. Killer Mike says Kamala's race won't be a key in 2024. It's progressives for me. You one of the reasons why we in this shit.
Killer Mike is currently being checked across the internet for a new video he will share on his social pages, calling for people to vote ahead of the upcoming midterms and to further spread awareness on a recent Voting Rights Act decision.
Hey, what's up? Onyx Impact, Black Male Initiative. This is Killer Mike, also known as Michael Render. 1965 Voters' Rights Act just got gutted. They gutted it. They literally eviscerated it, and it's now trying to make it easier, or allowed it to be easier, for states to redraw district lines to annex those most in need out. This is not just black people and African Americans. This is poor people. So based on where you are, the more poor people are, they can chop you up. They can make sure you aren't voting on the behalf of the poor and the interest. They can make sure that it affects your schools. They can make sure it affects your jobs. They can make sure it affects every part of your life. So right now, you need to be putting pressure on our local politicians and local municipalities not to do this. We need to be putting pressure to make sure that those like you and like your neighbors still have the ability to exercise the full constitutional rights of voting, and it being effectively not eviscerated and us being taken back to Jim Crow. So we're going to start the largest voter initiative possible this fall. We're going to get people out to the polls. We're going to beat up those midterms, and going forward, we're going to do more than just march and protest. We're going to go to the polls. We're going to change the people who are in office. We're going to get those laws back changed in the favor of the people. This is Michael Render. Stay tuned. We're going to do something plot, plan, strategize, organize, and mobilize big next.
Now, for anyone that has
Stop. Now, he used to be Killer Mike. Now he's looking like Killer Light. He taking them Ozempic. Listen, y'all. Leave them Ozempic shots alone because y'all look crazy. Y'all look crazy, man. It's an unnatural way, an unhealthy way to lose weight. Stop cheating. Put them wings down, man. Stop eating.
I'm trying. I was talking today, y'all. I'm trying. I got my water blanch. But I got to put my Crystal Light in it because I'm learning to drink water again. Y'all. It's a struggle.
Listen, it's some better package you can use. I seen some brands of packets to put in your water. That's not
you.
Yes, because that Crystal Light ain't it. But so you heard Killer Mike, and again, anybody that's pushing for the vote, it's for a vote for Democrats. So think about what he just said. It's going to take us back to Jim Crow. I didn't even know this. What CJ just told me about how they just black folks proving racism, they can't get any votes and getting an extra seat. Like
since 1976 or 67 or something, and it ain't made nothing better.
Right? 1968.
And ain't made nothing better. Ain't made nothing better since 1960s.
So Killer Mike, this is why, listen, Killer Mike, I'm explaining something to you. Black people are wishy-washy, fair weather, they blow with the wind. Nothing is set in stone with black people. They'll love you today, hate you tomorrow. That's why you can't listen to them. You can't try to appeal to them. You just try to appeal to them, and what they do, they chopping you up.
It's true.
So come on over to you're already losing the fat, so lose the black. Come on over to our side. Come on over to the unblack side.
Just jump head first in it because, I mean, the facts is white people let black people do this. And look at the results, y'all. Y'all mad at President Trump because he is trying to fix stuff. But what did y'all do? So let's say he didn't continue to do it. What were y'all going to do with those seats? Like indefinitely? Things have not been better. Same thing with the DEI that got struck down. For that many years, for over 40 years, you had the pick of the litter because of your skin color. And what were the results?
Y'all didn't build a single pyramid.
No. Blanche is annoying.
No, but I'm saying y'all had the affirmative action, y'all had the DEI, y'all had the civil rights, y'all had the Voting Rights Act. Y'all have had every opportunity, and y'all didn't put down a single brick to build a pyramid.
Not a single.
So you can't convince me that this is the problem. This ain't the issue.
Thank you. And so Killer Mike is going, like I said, he always toting the line, and they cooking him because, and honestly, they're right to cook him. They're right to cook him because there is nothing more disgusting than lukewarm water. Okay. You either going to go all in, Killer Mike, or like you said, just come on over to the conservatives' reasonable side, the unblack side.
Yeah. Unblack yourself, man, because you see black folks is going to tear you to pieces though. I'm just telling you, like, and the more and guess what? At this point, the more you try to pander to them, the more they're going to cut you up.
So let's look at it.
Has paid attention to some of Mike's past remarks, it could appear that he was one of the few black celebrities that would indirectly help Donald Trump secure another run in the White House. Many are calling out one of Mike's main stances of openly challenging Democratic nominee Kamala Harris by saying being black doesn't guarantee the vote. In the time he would meet up with Trump loyalist Governor Brian Kemp of Georgia in 2024. So for some to see Mike now change his tone a bit after the Voting Rights Act would no longer be upheld as Trump sits in the White House, they believe Mike is partly to blame. D.L. Hughley and several people on social media would let the rapper know that it's too late now to switch things up. Under Mike's post of the now infamous video on Threads, Hughley would go on to directly reply with, "Wow, the vibe shift," and would continue his stance by sharing another comment that read, "I see all these black people who are apoplectic about the Voter Rights Act, but you helped it happen. Miss me with that BS. Google don't forget, neither do I. Get the F out of here." Now, even though that message, unlike the previous one, was not directly addressed to Mike, many were going to assume that's who Hughley was calling out. As mentioned, several users would make sure that Mike was fully aware of being a part of the problem, despite now trying to appear that he's a part of the solution.
So, Hughley doesn't want to directly say who he talking about because he got all that mouth for the women that he want to smoke out. Like all the women that he want. But if you say something and say it with your chest, DL.
Sending them subliminal shots.
I know.
But you know what this exposes though, is that black people don't really know. They don't know anything.
No.
They don't read. For Killer Mike to say this is going back to Jim Crow is just a lie. And honestly, and I would tell this to Killer Mike to his face, you shouldn't even want that type of assistance. Like you shouldn't even want somebody to say, because you all can't do something, we're going to make concessions for you. Like as a man, I don't even want that. It should be disgusting. And to me, it's too many black men that are just okay with getting charity and handouts. And it's really disgusting.
I agree, Blanche. What I will say, and I'm a girl, so I'm a little bit different. I am let's try it, right? So like if you say that racism won't allow black people to be represented, I understand why white people said, okay, here's your own district and let's see what you do with it. After 60 years of doing nothing.
32.
Of doing nothing.
58 years.
Okay, thank you. We're going to take it back. I would have took it back after 10. White people don't want to admit that white people have been kind to black people. White people, including President Trump, even when the Rainbow Coalition was going through in New York City, he let them rent his buildings for free. Like, mind you, let him, because he thought, okay, they're saying that they're being mistreated. Let me try. I think President Trump at 70 something was like, look, y'all playing games. Nothing is working. We're giving y'all all this stuff. We're giving you welfare. We're giving you Section 8. We're giving you food stamps. Now you want reparations. We gave you housing. You know, because we gave you SBA loans. Like people say, oh, well, Black people are not even the truest recipient of SBA loans. And that's their fault because all you have to do to get an SBA loan, you have to be credit worthy. Y'all can't even do that. So,
and it's a bunch of y'all scamming and fixing folks' credits. A bunch of y'all, I see the signs everywhere. Fix your credit for 200, 300, 400, 500. So there's really no excuse to not getting your credit fixed. There's really no excuse.
I can show you how to fix your credit for free, y'all. Y'all don't need to. I mean, hey, shout out to whoever fixing credit.
No, charge them. No.
Get your money, whoever fixing credit.
You charge them. You charge them.
But I'm saying is that they have white people have really tried. They said, okay, because 1% of us own slaves, and we didn't give y'all 40 acres and a mule. Let's try to give y'all all the things y'all say y'all want. Y'all want the Voting Rights Act. You want the Civil Rights Act. You want reparation. I mean, well, you didn't get reparations yet. You want DEI. You want all this. and they really
You
tried.
want HBCUs.
You want HBCUs. You want all these
You
things.
want streets named after your heroes. I mean, you want schools named after your heroes.
Yeah.
You want a lot of, listen, see what folks don't want to admit that think about human history. Think about human history. You tell me any group of people that freed a people and made them their equal.
Nowhere.
You have never seen that in the history of the world. You've never seen a group of people free people and say, you are my equal, even at their own expense, even at their own detriment. White people have bent over backwards for Black people.
Yeah.
Just for you all to become the third people of color in the country because you're behind the Hispanics now. So think about it. Y'all were in second place. Y'all had second place, sold up and locked up. No, but then you said, you know what? It's going too good. Let's invite everybody else to come over here. That's what y'all did. Y'all said it's racism. We got to invite some more folk over here because we believe there's going to be safety in numbers. You know, we got more people. And guess what they did? They didn't really side with y'all.
Nope. Well, you can't side with. What you gonna side with, Blanche?
You're right.
These people ain't crazy. I mean, you're gonna side with people who killing each other, people who aborting their babies, people who throw trash out on the streets, people who don't want to read, write, do math on grade level, whose kids is robbing people. Like, how can you side with Black what it is right now? I'm literally talking to Black people right now that got good sense, the few of y'all. Like, how y'all mad at me and Blanche?
I don't hear y'all.
It's crazy. Helena said, I'm just tired of hearing how it's my fault for stuff I never did. But they're going to keep doing it. Helena, they're going to keep doing it because it works. This guy said the civil rights movement has now become the civil rights industry. And I don't know why white people, y'all must hate your children. Y'all must hate your children because y'all are now y'all are now a minority. This place is majority minority. America is majority minority.
Listen, this goes back to the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was holding up a torch, welcoming everybody from around the world to come to America. Bad idea.
Bad idea.
Bad idea. Because you know who's going to come over here? All the folks that couldn't make it over there. So you ain't getting the cream of the crop. You ain't getting the best. You getting all the folks that couldn't hack. Just like in the South, all the folks that left the South to go to the North were the folks that couldn't make it in the South. Yeah. You ain't getting the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
You're getting the folks that couldn't make it. So the problem is that the premise that America was founded on, it really wasn't a good premise because even though the idea sounds good in practice, you see what we got here today. And it's just, you can't do it because nobody appreciates what you give them for free. And that's the problem. You all are giving people stuff they haven't earned. You think about it. If a person was a slave, you freeing them is the justice. That's what it is. You freed them. We can't go back and tally up this, that, and the third. No, you got freed. So white people said, we're going to free you and give you equality. I don't know what else y'all want. Like, that's it. That's it.
And you didn't have to fight for your freedom. White people fought for it. And people don't like when we say that, but it's true. It's true. It's thousands of white men that fought the Civil War.
The bloodiest war in history was fought, and y'all were the dangling carrot.
Yep.
Now they're trying to preserve the Union. Obviously, they want to keep the country together, but you all were the dangling carrot. Yeah. And these white men died just for all these years later. Y'all hate them, knowing good and well if it was reversed. If black people founded America, it would still be slavery. Thank you. Thank you.
And nobody wants to talk about it. You say that and they get mad at you, Blanche.
Thank
And
you.
somebody said, I think it's possible the most susceptible Black person will crash once the playing field is completely leveled. Blacks have been taken care of for too long. It's the truth. Look at them crashing out now. Nobody said Black people can't run for office.
Right.
Nobody said Black people can no longer represent in certain states. All they said is now you have to earn it.
That's
And
it.
Blacks are crashing out. We're not going to make no special districts for you. We're not going to make no special concessions for you. That's what they did with DEI. All they said is, okay, now we're not going to make any special concessions. They didn't say no Black people are allowed to come into Harvard. They just said, now we're not going to make special concessions for you. And they crashing out.
Listen, Harvard was so, let me tell you how cold Harvard was. Harvard was so cold, they started hating on the Asians. because the Asians was coming in, getting in the entrance exams, getting, graduating. They was like, there's too many Asians here. It gotta be something systemic. Why? How can the Asians do it and the Blacks can't do it? It must be racism. So then they started hating on the Asians. But the Asians pushed back. They said, no, you ain't do that. Listen, they didn't go for that.
Oh, yeah.
Because China giving too much money to Harvard. They're like, oh no, we ain't going for that. Oh no, you ain't doing that to us. So
the only people that you're allowed to do that to is white people, because Asians ain't putting up that. Black people don't understand what this world is going to be without white people. Nobody cares about your Black behind but white people. Like nobody. You don't hear Asians saying, oh, I don't mind if my child mates with a Black person. Like you don't hear any other group making excuses for their kid dating a Black person. They'll just flat out say, I want you to marry Asian, or I want you to marry white. White people are the only people that can't say, I want you to marry white. You'll hear Black people say, I want you to marry Black.
I'm trying to preserve the right way, the white race. I'm trying to marry a white woman. I'm trying to preserve, listen, I'm trying to preserve, because y'all are losing y'all minds.
I know.
People don't understand what the world looks like without white people running things. Oh, yes, you do. Go to the hood.
I know.
Now, think about this now. Think about a hood where white folks then built the sidewalks, the streets, the water zone, the power zone. Think about it. It's an already set up structure, and look at it. Destroyed.
Blanche, people don't understand. You don't know what you don't know what you got till it's gone. The world without white people. I think it was Jesse Lee Peterson. I saw that you shared it and I shared it too. Maybe I should pull it up, where the dinks, dual income, no kids.
Oh my goodness.
And all these white people. I actually
you should say that.
Oh my God. This is y'all. These are y'all people. Okay.
God, why is it when I wake up, y'all go back to sleep? Soon as I wake up, white folks start going to sleep. I'm like, what is going on?
I'm telling you, and my thing is that white people, every other plants do it. Plants want to reproduce. Who else wants to reproduce?
Every living organism wants to reproduce.
Every living organism wants to produce. And
Yeah.
white people are saying, oh, I don't care if it's no more white people. I don't care. Are they stupid? What's going on?
You know the problem is, and this is how you know that what they said about white people was wrong. White people actually believed that y'all are oppressed.
Yeah.
Like they actually believe y'all are, like they actually believe in you all's plight. They say, no, they have a conscience and a heart. I don't believe y'all going through anything. I believe y'all are really taking advantage of what's going on. Y'all really are the crooks. That's what I believe. But they actually believe that y'all are actually suffering. So you all paint them as these monsters, but for somehow, some way, they always find themselves being compassionate towards y'all. They always are bending over backwards to make sure y'all feel comfortable. They don't want to say certain words. They always want to give y'all extra standing ovations, give y'all extra praise for doing something that's just normal.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to cut off the sound. Sorry. Go ahead. Finish your
I can mute
point.
myself.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm done. I can mute myself. I can mute myself.
No, because I'm trying to find that thing, and like when you go Instagram, it immediately comes on. But y'all, we gotta see.
Hold on. Let me. Will I be able to put it up? Can I put it up on my end?
Sure, but I have it. I just didn't think that it was going to go like that. Sorry. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that they were sitting up here laughing at their bloodline being gone. There you go. I got it.
I just downloaded it.
Oh, okay. Then you can share it if you want.
All right. Okay, let me see if I can do it.
Has anyone looked into the graduation rate of affirmative action? Less than 30%. I know, Helena, your people, Helena, y'all white people, y'all. You show it, Blanche?
Yeah, I'm gonna show it. I'm sorry. Here it goes. It's coming right now.
Mm-hmm.
Get it off my desktop. Give me right now. Bam, let's see if I can do it. See if it works.
Oh, man. Hey, say what y'all selling?
Oh, shoot.
That's the wrong one.
That's the wrong. Hey, that's the wrong one. Hold on.
It's all right. That's all right.
My bad. That was the bake sale one.
Oh God! Did y'all see the racist bake sale? Did you see the racist bake sale?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, Blanche, where this guy, he set up shop in a mall and he was like, hey, if you're black, you pay 50 cents. If you're Asian, you pay $1.25. If you're white, you pay $1. And people were like, that's messed up. He was like, why is it messed up? But he said that's essentially what DEI is. Like,
It is.
hold on. You got
maybe I didn't save it. I thought I saved that video. I didn't save it.
I mean, it's okay if
I didn't save it.
it's on my stories. Hold on, I have it. It's on my stories. I can play it. I got it.
Got it. All right.
Hold on. Sure.
Income, no kids. Lifestyle had gained popularity among young couples choosing not to have children. Watch this from TikTok.
We're going to get asked daily when we plan on having kids.
We're dinks. Of course we're going to go out to eat every night after work.
We're dinks. We don't have to ask our family for financial help or to watch our kid when we want to go out.
We're dinks. We're going to go to Costco and buy all the snacks in bulk that we want.
We're dinks. We have disposable income to spend on whatever we would like and don't have to spend on a kid.
We're dinks. I'm going to go to every football game and play 18 holes whenever I want.
We're dinks. We don't need to find a sitter or rope our family into babysitting when we want to go out for the night.
We're dinks. We're gonna be told the only way that we'll ever be fulfilled in life is by having kids.
We're dinks. We go to Trader Joe's and workout classes on the weekend.
We're dinks. We're already planning our European vacation next week.
Dinks. We get a full 8 hours of sleep and sometimes more.
The white men sound just like the white women. There's no difference in sound and personalities and ideas. They become one. And you're not dinks. You're dumb.
You are.
You should be saying, we're dumb. We're not going to have kids. We're dumb. We're just going to go to Costco. We're dumb. We know that the people of color try to destroy us. We're dumb. We're going to become enslaved in our own country. We're dumb. We're going to get married, but no kids. And so there's no reason to really get married.
Those men.
But we're dumb.
I'm sorry.
Those men are getting terrorized. When I tell you when I tell you emasculated, they are. You see, they look defeated.
And they look overweight,
Soft,
soft.
no backbone, just totally emasculated. Just
Dad, the dumb dad that
got
just
got got,
moms
got a
the
dad
ball.
got a dad bod with no kids. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy.
The whole truth. The dumb dad. I mean, this is what y'all got, where dad's a blibbering idiot, mom's the boss. They got you to cut off your bloodline. White people. Like he said, you're going to become a slave in your own country. Do you know that in Egypt, when God, let's talk about the Bible, Pharaoh enslaved Israel because they became more in numbers.
Yeah.
The more you are, the less you are able, or less likely somebody is able to overtake you. So you wonder why white people are being overtaken in this country. President Trump trying to give you a hand. I mean, like, he's trying to pay y'all to have babies. I mean, like, the Trump account is giving you $1,000 to have, like, because he understands it and y'all keep fighting him every step of the way.
I don't think y'all understand what the world looks like without white people. and y'all, and you see it because places where white people are absent is terrible.
Facts.
But just think about this for a second. Think about if there aren't any white countries to mass migrate into. Because people go to the white countries as a safe haven, but pretty soon you're going to destroy them. Where are y'all going to go? What are y'all going to do? You have white people in the mountains, in the jungles, in the caves. Then what y'all going to do then?
They're going to be building the best caves, and then the black people the kids.
They're going to build
the black people's, I'm telling you, y'all
are going to say it's racism. Y'all are going to say, wait a minute, how is their cave better than this skyscraper? It's racism. They done got us again, y'all. Let's go take it over.
Yep. I'm telling, white people are building there's a story, you guys go look it up. There's something called Pruitt-Igoe. Pruitt-Igoe was a housing complex that was built, and it was going to be free for all of the black and poor people. This was the first kind of project, Blanche, free. And they were like, oh, if we give them free housing, it should be great. They ended up, Pruitt-Igoe got so bad with drugs and people getting raped, they ended up having to blow it up and completely destroy it. It was the state of the art real estate that they had built for black poor people.
Hold on, let me read it. Let me read this real quick. I'm glad I just pulled it up.
You can share it.
Hold on, let me see if I can. Hold on, let me.
This experiment has been done, Blanche. Giving people stuff don't work.
How do you change?
I just share it. It's coming. There it go.
Okay. The Wendell O. Pruitt homes and William Igoe apartments, known together as Pruitt-Igoe, were joint urban housing projects first occupied in 1954 in St. Louis, Missouri. The complex of 33 11-story high-rises was designed in the modernist architectural style by Minoru Yamasaki.
Yeah.
At the time of the opening, it was one of the largest public housing developments in the country. It was constructed with federal funds on the site of a former slum as part of the city's urban renewal program. Despite being legally integrated, key word, despite being legally integrated, it almost exclusively accommodated African Americans. Although initially viewed as an improvement over the tenement housing it replaced, living conditions in Pruitt-Igoe began to deteriorate soon after completion. So hold on. So that means once they cut the ribbon on the bow, once they laid the final brick, once they got the champagne bottle and hit it on side of, once they were done with the building of the Pruitt-Igoe housing projects, it started to deteriorate. So you all understand how hard it is? Because normally when you get something new, you enjoy it for at least a couple of weeks.
Not black people.
Not black people.
Not multiple black people. Let me not say
that. Not multiple.
Black people in numbers is a problem.
Okay, let me keep going.
Keep going.
By the mid-1960s, it was plagued by poor maintenance and crime, particularly vandalism and juvenile delinquency. Numerous initiatives to reverse the decline failed, and by 1970, more than 2/3 of the complex was vacant. Demolition of the complex began in 1972 with a televised implosion of several of the buildings. Boy, they were done with y'all. They were so done with y'all. They said, we're gonna blow this up on TV.
Look at the dates though, Blanche. The dates are so important.
Over the next 4 years, the rest of the complex was vacated and demolished. In the aftermath of its demolition, Pruitt-Igoe became a symbol of the failings of the society-changing aspirations of modernist architecture, as the project's problems were widely attributed to architectural. Listen.
They said it was built wrong.
Oh my! I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. It caught me off guard. In the aftermath of its demolition, Pruitt-Igoe became a symbol of the failings of society-changing aspirations of modernist architecture, as the project's problems were widely attributed to architectural flaws that created a hostile and unsafe environment. Hold up.
This is what black people do to white people.
Hold up.
Mind you, the guy was Asian.
Hold up. These people said the reason why we're shooting and killing and robbing and stealing and selling drugs, murder, mayhem, death, and destruction, the reason why is because the building was built wrong. Had y'all built it right, we would have behaved. And y'all want me to believe that y'all built some pyramids?
This is real life. This really happened.
Y'all want me to believe y'all built the country?
10 years, Blanche. 1960. And it had to close in 1970. Y'all couldn't maintain for 10 years.
Listen to me. No, hold on. They blew it up. Hold on. They blew it up on TV, which should have gave y'all a hint, but y'all still wouldn't move out. Y'all still stayed. So they had to physically evict y'all because half of y'all stayed in the other part of the building. So we're talking about, so really by 1960, they started a decade-long eviction process.
Yep.
Because they had to get y'all up out of there because y'all making the city look bad. Let me see what else it says.
I mean, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much. I mean, it's sad, and that's what y'all don't understand. And yes, she said grand opening, grand closing.
Grand opening, grand closing.
That's awesome, Melissa. Somebody said that blacks are delusional. They are, but you know who's even more delusional? White people. Y'all keep giving. They state of the art housing. State of the art. And when I watched the video, you got to watch the video. The Asian guy talks about it and he's so ashamed. He said it's the worst thing worst accomplishment he ever did in his life. Worst accomplishment. Because they really thought that they could help Black people.
I'm gonna finish reading this and we can continue. But critic Charles Jenks described its demolition as the day modern architecture died. More recent appraisals have placed a greater emphasis on St. Louis's precipitously declining population and fiscal problems with the local housing authority. The architectural review states in a summary of the modern consensus that the project was doomed from the outset. As of 2024, a large portion of the Pruitt-Igoe site remains vacant, although new development is pending. So I want you to think about this now. Think about Minoru Yakamasaki. think about this man, right? Think about this man, and think about them blaming him essentially, and not what Black folks did. So now this guy is walking around really thinking that he did something wrong. And I'm like, he built you all a masterpiece that you all started to destroying as soon as the doors open, y'all start pissing in the hallway. This is what Black people do. What they do is they play on people's good nature.
Yeah.
They play on people's sensibility. This is what they do. You'll do something good for them and they'll tell you that what you did was too good for them and it caused them to act a fool.
Federal funds. So you
Federal funds. 33 high-rise. The government built 33 state-of-the-art high-rise buildings just for Black people, and y'all are talking about reparations. This wasn't just done in St. Louis. This was done all over the country. The government building you all state-of-the-art housing, and y'all are paying $5 a month.
Yep.
And y'all come back after you destroy it and say, we want reparations.
I'm sorry, Daddy's talking right now. Like, I mean, Blanche, you giving it to them. It's the truth.
It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And I'm going to say this right now. Y'all, if you all were in the position of white people, America would have been communist and slavery would still exist. If Black people were in charge of America, it would be the worst country on the planet. The worst. Worse than South Africa. It would be worse than any country you can imagine if Black folks ran America. And everybody knows it. Because when Black folks get a little bit of power, just a little bit, what do they do with it? What they do with it? Obama got a little bit of power. He passed the most LGBTQ legislation in history. A little bit of power. He divided the country. Look what Obama did in his 8 years with a little bit of power.
Yeah. And white people, y'all gotta stop feeling guilty. Y'all got, because the people who suffer is us. I mean, it's like
we got some sense. We suffering.
People, we suffering. Somebody said, "I know that ain't no FUBU hat." I said the same thing on the Unblack show. He got a FUBU hat. Y'all, Blanche is retarded. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, no, the people who got sense are the ones suffering because you get a whole bunch of Black people, it's over. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Charlize. Charles. Sorry. Speaking of can't read, that's going to be our next segment. Super chat $5. As a recent retired civil engineer, meaning I work in infrastructure, white men basically come up with the ideas and maintenance plans. Just a warning. Yeah. You mean to tell me Black people don't? All them pyramids they built? All them pyramids?
All them pyramids y'all built, and y'all can't even live in a high-rise state-of-the-art. Do y'all understand that this guy poured his heart and soul into that?
Yeah.
he poured his heart because he's thinking this is going to turn the tide.
Yeah.
Once I build this, this is going to turn the so everybody had hopes and dreams and aspirations for this to turn the tide for Black folks. And y'all immediately, soon as the door was open, y'all immediately start pissing in the hallway.
Yep. But it happens with everything though. Like everything. So this is Pruitt-Igoe is just one example.
Right.
I mean, like it happens with everything. Like where I am in Maryland, like people pay $27 a month, and then you go through, like literally, I know people paying $27 a month, and you go through the neighborhood. Their kids are out of control. Their sons and their daughters can't keep the place. The carpet is a mess. The shade, you always know it's a mess when the blinds are ripped. How are the blinds ripped when you're paying $27 a month? So Pruitt-Igoe was an example back then, but Blanche, we can use example after example after example here.
My heart goes out to this guy because I know he did it with like the purest of intentions.
Yeah.
And he said, we're going to give them the best because the thinking is they're oppressed, they're victims. Okay, so I'm gonna put my muse, my masterpiece for these people, and Black people just spitting that man's. It's actually tragic.
It's I mean, it hurt. It breaks my heart because they interviewed him after, and like you see the like weight on his face, and he's like, it was the worst. His worst accomplishment. I'm like, 33 billion. Who could do that? And then if he had honestly, Blanche, if he had just built a little crappy place for them to live, they would have drug him and said, you built the worst place for us to live. So it didn't matter. He couldn't win because you can't give Black people nothing. You really can't. They didn't fight for their freedom. And look what they do with their freedom. They didn't fight for pretty much anything.
Well, think about children of Israel.
Yeah.
That was part of their problem because you know what? They didn't really deserve freedom.
Yeah.
God was merciful and freed them, but if you think about it, they didn't deserve freedom. And usually when somebody doesn't deserve something, they behave worse than think about it, they behave worse free than they did as slaves.
Yep.
And so even Black folks today, Black folks behave worse free than in slavery. And so we see that you're right. You can't do anything for them because they don't deserve it. That's the thing. Like you don't deserve it. And honestly, to want something you have not earned is bad in itself anyway. You shouldn't even want it. Like you shouldn't. You know what? If I didn't earn it, I don't even want it.
Yeah.
But you all will take it and destroy it, and still the articles will read that it wasn't y'all fault.
I know.
It was the architecture. Could you imagine you pouring your heart and soul into something, and all the headlines read you built it wrong?
I know.
God.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. Somebody said, it's like you said, don't you feel bad for that? Like me and Blanche actually feel bad for y'all white folks, Asian folks. Well, Indians, they ain't thinking about Black people. They don't care about Black people.
When you go to their country, they just like y'all.
Yeah, Africans, they ain't thinking about y'all.
Listen, the funny thing is, the folks that act the most like y'all don't care about y'all. The Indians and Africans, they don't fool with y'all at all.
No, and I don't blame them. It said you used to live in Philly, and when you visit the hood in Baltimore, I mean, it's bad, y'all. It's really, 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 really bad. So speaking of not reading, Blanche, you want to do that story, and then we'll get out of here, y'all. This is pretty funny.
Hold on, I got a comment. Tish says Blacks are overrepresented in Baltimore, and they have destroyed a once incredible city.
Yeah.
I don't even recognize it when I go back to visit.
Yeah.
Think about somebody, she's Caucasian, but think about her having all these fond memories of her city, and then she goes back, and it's a bunch of Black folks that destroyed it, but she can't even say that Black folks destroyed it because if she said it, she'd be called racist.
And they keep saying that it's good. Like they get mad at you if you say it. If you say it because the mayor is Black and he's the cool mayor. Like, I have my friends from like New York and my family calling me saying, "Ooh, I just love your mayor because he's black." Mind you, the place is a wreck, a mess. And people still say it's good. Wes Moore is the governor of Maryland. He is destroying Maryland, Blanche, destroying it. And they are pegging him for president. They said that. They said, "Oh, this guy's about to be president. He's destroying the place."
Didn't he lie about? Did he lie about going?
He lied about everything. His
He
most
lied
recent
about doing something, or going, being something. What did he lie?
He lied about saying he's from Baltimore. He said that he's from Baltimore, but he's not. He's actually not from Baltimore at all. He's from Montgomery County, Maryland. So Montgomery County, Maryland is one of the richest counties in the United States of America. Okay.
Okay.
But he said he's from Baltimore because they're adjacent. He's not. He wrote a book about being from Baltimore, sold the book to all the black schools, and he's not from Baltimore at all. He lied about saying that he was a Bronze Star.
That's what it was.
A recipient.
Bronze. Okay, that's what it was. Bronze Star.
And guess what? So he lied about it, and then they gave it to him, and so now he's saying, "I didn't lie," but he got it after he had already lied and said he had it. And this is being allowed. This man is a pathological liar. Not only is he a liar, he's like not smart. Like he's just not smart. Like literally, he does not know what he's doing. He hasn't run a successful business at all. All of his nonprofits that he's run, have been unsuccessful and ran to the ground. And they gave him Maryland, this is one of the richest states in the United States of America. They gave him this. And now they're saying, because he's black and he got a smile, they're going to make him president. Isn't that crazy? Because he's black. It's only because he's black.
In my lifetime, I have never observed white privilege.
No.
But in my lifetime, all I've ever seen is black privilege.
Facts.
That's all I've ever, I've only ever seen black people get stuff because they were black. They say it about white people, but it's not true. Black people actually get stuff because they are black. I remember even being young, even in where I'm from, there were so many programs and stuff for black kids. It was like, dude, it was a black kid growing up back then. It was so many programs, initiatives, free, youth on the move, NYSP, Oak Park Summer League, just I'm talking about for free. We had access to celebrities. We had access to, think about what we got for free just because we were black kids in the inner city. That's it. No criteria, no grades to have achieved, none of that. No accomplishments. Just because we were black kids in the ghetto, we got carte blanche of everything.
That's so true. You're absolutely right. I could even say with confidence that my first job that I really wasn't qualified for. I was dumb as a box of rocks, but because I was a black woman, I think, and I had a good personality, they gave me a chance. And I remember this white boy, mind you, I'm in the same program as him, Blanche. He had a master's from some big college, and I graduated from HBCU. And he was like, "How'd you get here?" And I was like, "You racist." But he really probably wanted to know, how the hell did I get here? And I'm like, "You racist. What you mean how I get here? I'm smart." I was not, Blanche. I didn't know anything.
And he knew it.
How could you not know it? And white people are suffering. They're watching us win, and they sitting here and they're watching Wes Moore as the governor. You gotta see PBD. Wes Moore was on PBD, Blanche, and Wes Moore is trying to explain to PBD how he's gonna get businesses in there, and PBD is like this.
I want to see that clip.
Hold on, I'll show it to you because PBD is like,
Huh?
That's not like what? But you can't say it. You're not allowed to say it. White people are suffering. Hold on, I'll show you the clip. You're gonna be like, what? PBD Westmore. Let me show you. Look, we taking the. I need to change the. I need to change the. And I know PBD is like, huh? What? Because basically PBD is asking him if Florida. Hold on. Okay. So let me share with you guys. So PBD is basically asking Westmore a very simple question that a governor should be able to answer.
Just a low ball question.
Low hanging question. So he said, Governor, you have an opportunity to capitalize on people leaving New York because of Mom Domney. He said they're leaving New York and going all the way to Florida. You can say, hey, you don't have to go all the way to Florida. You can come to Maryland. What policies can you put in place that are business friendly? Low hanging fruit. And he says, well, it's not the policies, it's the people. And Governor Moore, so PBD says, but you know the taxes are why businesses leave. And he's like, no, businesses stay because of the people. And
what?
And PBD is sitting there like, Blanche, PBD is sitting there suffering through this. Suffering. Oh, text how to track. Okay, here we go. You
Maryland's economic base. And it's been like that for a very long time. One of the things that I've been focusing on is saying, what are we doing to diversify our economy? Because we cannot simply rely on who's sitting in the Oval Office, or if you look at the fact that, in the past year, I've had over 31,000 people fired, federal workers, and so that's more than any state in this country. There's been no state that's been under a greater level of assault than what we've seen from this federal administration than Maryland.
Which is, they were government jobs. And
they weren't doing nothing.
And nobody owes you a government job. Blanche, I say it all, nobody owes you a government job.
Didn't they ask you all to articulate what you do?
Yes.
Didn't they ask you all to tell us what you do so you can keep your job?
Oh, they didn't feel like they had to, Blanche.
Oh, no, they did. I know. No, they didn't. I know.
So hold on. So PBD says, hold on.
New York is royally screwing up. Now, you may not say it because, it's party lines and, some of the stuff that...
I don't do party lines.
Okay, so I'm just saying they're really screwing up, and I don't know if you would agree with that or not. They're losing business.
I don't do party lines.
Boy, he told that lie so quick. Goodness.
But this is why white people, and mind you, PBD is not white, but they suffer because they're like, they know that y'all are lying.
Business owners, right? New York is losing business owners, so is California. It's a lot easier for me to move from New York to somewhere in Maryland to move down here.
And frankly, we've seen that, right? We've seen businesses who, for whatever reason, have chosen Maryland because they like the regional access.
Have a negative net migration. It needs to be bigger than that.
Yeah.
It needs to be bigger than that because...
He said you still have a negative net migration.
Yeah. Because PB did his homework.
I know, but stop saying that people are coming to Maryland. You have a negative net migration. People are leaving. But PBD, he's being a gentleman. He's being PBD. And I love him. I really do.
I applied to work for him. I did.
Oh, I would. Blanche, you would be perfect. Here we
go. I'll walk around. I'll go to Palm Beach, okay, and I'll run into. So, hey, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Illinois. What part? Chicago. What brought you down here? Taxes, lifestyle, safety. Really? Yeah. Where are you from? New York. Where are you from? California. It is. When I was in California, when I was in Texas, we moved to Plano, Texas, and Addison and Preston Hollow. So you run into a lot of Californians that are leaving. Here, it's a lot of New York. It's a lot of D.C. It's a lot of Illinois that you'll run into people. And you see DeSantis. DeSantis created policies that got people to say, you know what, I'm moving to Florida. And in a major way, But if you guys, a blue state like Maryland, and I think you're reasonable enough to think about ways to bring small business owners, and that you're on the stage 2027, 2028, and it shows, hey, net migration for small business owners. Look what's going on. You're going to get conservatives who are going to be like, wait, we have to choose between who and who? Because right now, I think on paper, choosing a Democrat, 10 out of 10 times I choose you over Newsom, and it's not even close.
Well, and I'll say this for me, this has nothing to do with what anyone else is doing, right? It's about what can we do to make my state win, and I know there's more we got to do. I know.
What can we do? I know there's more we got to do, nigga. What you gonna do?
Well, what you gonna do? You just said you don't know what to do.
Keep going.
The kind of hole that we had to walk into. I know we walked in with a multi-billion-dollar structural deficit, and part of the reason is because our state is very good at spending, right? If you look at the 7 years before I became the governor, spending in Maryland increased by 70%.
In the previous 10 years?
Yes, 7 years before I became the governor. 7-0. It's nuts, right? And GDP stayed relatively flat.
That is a whole lie. And PBD, you see PBD said 70? It's a lie, Blanche.
70%.
So PBD is having to, because of decorum, he's just listening to you. But you got to see this. Hold on, keep going.
So I'm like, so hold on. So we were spending, we just weren't growing.
Wow.
And so one thing so I said, so what do you do to be able to address that? I frankly just put on my business hat and say, what do you have to do to address it? You have to control your spend. You have to increase your top line, right? You do those two things, that actually increases growth. And so that's what we've had to do. That's why, like we mentioned, for 4 years in a row, decrease the general fund within the state of Maryland, control your spend, and actually invest in industries that are going to help you to grow. So while we've made movements on those things, there is no doubt there's still more that needs to get done. And there's a measure of urgency that we've got to move at from our state that, for anyone who wants to sit there and say, oh, no, they have it all figured out, or any of these people have it all figured out, the answer is no, we don't. Because as long as you're dealing with some of those data points, it means we still got work to do.
Why do you think DeSantis is winning?
Blanche, but hold on. Blanche, did you learn anything from what he just said? Y'all, this is what you can do when you black.
We gotta control spending. We gotta control spending, and we have to reinvest into industries that are going to move us forward. We don't have it all figured out, but nobody does. Listen, when he did this and this, black folks were sold. Black folks were sold.
Y'all, I'm crying. I have tears coming out my eyes. Blanche gets it. Blanche, you got it. That man said nothing. He literally said nothing. And PBD is sitting there watching him. But hold on, y'all. This is funny. He asked him, what are you going to do that DeSantis is doing? DeSantis is winning. But remember, he don't do party lines, but he can't give DeSantis his credit. Which one is it?
Right.
You can't say, congratulations, DeSantis is doing a good job, but I don't do party lines. Which one is it?
Right.
But he can do this, y'all, because he's black. If DeSantis sat there and talked like that, y'all will call him an idiot. Blanche, let's keep watching.
This is Pocket. I never go anywhere without it. At the tap of a button,
listen, I mean, winning with getting businesses to come down?
Winning with a lot of different things. Winning with businesses, winning with people that are here who are staying, winning with, younger generation coming. There's many ways Florida's winning right now. Why do you think he's winning?
So, I mean, I honestly, I have the same way when I have not spent my time digging into other states. I would include Florida in that category. The thing that I do think is this, and here's the thing that I think we want to make sure that we are.
I know, right? I know. I knew you were going to stop.
So let me get this straight. You are trying to make it to where Maryland succeeds. You are trying to see Maryland succeed. But you're not looking at successful states to see what they're doing. That doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Think about what he just said. He just said I'm trying to fix Maryland, but I'm not looking at any other states.
Oh no. Red states. He can't, but he don't toe party lines.
Okay, so no red states. But either way, why wouldn't you look at other states that are successful though, just to see what they're doing? It's like, so you're right, because he's black, he doesn't even have to explain what he just said. What he just said was stupid. It was dumb.
But hold on, PBD is going to like look at him like you gotta watch his PBD's face.
Is that when people are trying to decide between, okay, am I thinking about Maryland or am I thinking about Florida? I want to be able to leverage the things that I think we have a unique competitive advantage at. So, for example, there's a proximity leverage to Washington, D.C. and that whole area that I think we have a specific focus on. I think if you look at things like healthcare, I think if you look at things like education, I think if you look at things like both K-12 education and higher education, we've got to make sure we're leveraging that. But also, we have to make the business community feel like they are not just welcomed, but supported in that. And that
Florida's
can't just
winning
be
the
taxes.
business community.
Yeah.
So if you take the business community, Florida's winning in business community nationwide. The only one that maybe you can make an argument for is Texas.
Texas. Yeah.
Why do you think they're winning? Why do you think Texas and Florida win in the business community?
Well,
look at Flint. Are you watching PBD's face?
Because he getting frustrated. He folded his arms like, listen.
He's like, Florida's with JV PBD in his head is like, this Negro is slow. Yes.
He's slow, man, because he keeps asking him, why do you think they're winning? But he already said, I don't look at other states. So what kind of strategy do you have? What are you comparing it to?
It gets better, Blanche.
This is crazy.
But he's only allowed to do this because he's black. People are uncomfortable pressing black people.
I think it cannot just simply be, and the answer is not just simply, well, it's just tax policy. Because I know
think that's one of them. I don't think it's the only.
I do think it's one of them.
It's one of them.
But I think you've also got to be able to compete and win in other areas. So listen, is Maryland or any of these other places, are we ever going to say this is going to beat Texas on tax policy? No, right? And I don't think that's actually even a realistic expectation. However, do you know what is a realistic expectation? Find the things that CEOs care about when they're making their decisions. So when I'm speaking to CEOs all the time, and listen, I always say when I go to different places, my intention, I'm bringing 3 businesses back with me, right? So I spend a lot of time talking to CEOs.
That was PBT. Y'all see that? Hold on, we gotta do that again.
PBD about to have a nervous breakdown, man.
Did y'all see PBD? But this is the scam, y'all. This is the scam. So he says, I bring you 3 businesses back with me. PBD's like, but you got negative net migration. You're not bringing 3.
You're not bringing anybody back. You're actually losing 3 businesses.
Y'all, I'm crying because of PBD's face. Y'all, let's do that again.
Policy? No, right? And I don't think that's actually even a realistic expectation. However, do you know what is a realistic expectation? Find the things that CEOs care about when they're making their decisions. So when I'm speaking to CEOs all the time, and listen, I always say when I go to different places, my intention, I'm bringing 3 businesses back with me, right? So I spend a lot of time talking with CEOs. And
he was shaking. He literally shaking in his chair.
Shaking in his chair.
He is literally shaking in his chair.
Because he knows that it's a lie, but he's not allowed to say it.
Can't say it.
He's black.
You can't say it.
I got to pause in on that part.
And they'll talk about tax climate, but in many ways, back with me, right? So I spend a lot.
Do you know?
Oh my God!
I feel bad for PBD because you know how frustrating it is to not be able to tell somebody full of BS. Like you just you can't even say it.
He's so politically correct. That's what I love about PBD. People don't like him because I saw somebody say that he was a shill. But y'all, this is politics. You have to do whatever you have to do to get the smart people in power. You want the smart people with the money. You want the smart people with the power. And you have to wheel and deal. You got to get in the mud. You can't say everything that you thinking, like me. I'm not running for office.
The Bible says a fool uttereth his whole mind.
That's a good one, Blanche.
But PBD is looking like I would listen.
I
would love to, I would love to, like, after this show, go out with PBD and see what he had to say.
I would love.
He would go off. He would be going off.
He would be like, that dude is a liar. He's a bull. But I like him. I like the guy. I guarantee he would say, I like the guy because
he's just
he's
not
willing to do and say anything. And he doesn't have to get challenged because he's Black. Y'all see the hustle? White people, y'all see the hustle?
What's interesting is Paul Mooney said that white people had the complexion for the protection.
Mm-hmm.
But the irony of that joke is it's actually Black people that have it.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually Black people.
Everything is opposite day with Black people, Blanche. They literally, everything is opposite day.
And when you said that the first time, everyone was like, what does she mean? What she said was right. Literally, what you all say, it's literally the opposite. Wes Moore just said he's bringing back 3 businesses. Literally, it's the opposite. He's losing 3 businesses. Like, literally, it's the opposite. Literally.
And and PBD is not allowed to say anything. He's literally sitting there like talking to him, like
no, shaking. He's shaking like I can't even count.
He knows it's a lie. When I saw this face and I saw him shaking, like he's like, I'm bringing 3 businesses back with me. PBD's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
Hold on, here we go.
A lot of time talking with CEOs, and because that's also part of my job, and it's also my background. And so when I'm talking and saying, like, what are the things that you're most interested in and you're focused on? And they'll talk about tax climate, but in many ways, tax climate for a lot of these states, it's the same when I was doing banking. And I'm really thankful for the time that I had to do banking. But you realize that whether it was Goldman or Morgan Stanley or Citi offering something, we're talking bips of difference on the deal. A company didn't choose to go to Goldman or Morgan Stanley because one was offering a better deal, because generally all the deals were in the similar type of bandwidth. In terms of the offering.
That is a very small difference.
Right.
Here it's massive.
Yes.
Wes, I'll give you an idea. I had my business in the state of California.
School on PBD.
And I started hearing Californians whispering about clawback taxes. Like, you know how Canada does exit tax? I think it's called exit tax. Clawback taxes. My clawback taxes. What do you mean? If you leave, but this, you come back, you have to pay for this. I'm like, wait a minute. I know my business was going to sell. So I started doing the math. Said, okay, if my business sells for $50 million, I'm going to have to pay 13.3% here. What's 13.3%? $6.5 million. Okay, If it sells for $100 million, I'm saving $13.3 million. I sat there. My wife did not want to leave California. She's from Houston, Texas. She does not want to leave. I said, babe, you don't have an option. We're moving to Texas. We moved to Texas in 2016. We moved to Florida 2021. We sold the business June 27th of 2022 for $250 million. Do you know I owned 88% of the company? 13.3% equals what? If I take, let's just do the math right now so we kind of see how this works. I just want to say how much money was saved, and I'm just giving basic math here, right? If I take 250 times 88%, okay, times 0.133, my kids got an additional $29 million net in my pocket. Why would I stay in California? Why would I stay in some of these states that I have to pay to? So people are starting to sit there and say, why would I do? So at the end of the day, people who are small business, I'm not running OpenAI. I'm not, Sergey Brin worth $265 billion or Musk who left California or some of these other places. I'm not Ken Griffin in Illinois. I'm a small business owner that grew it and I sold it for a good amount. Family's got some money. I sat there, I'm like, I'm not paying that $29 million to California.
It's a meaningful difference. And that's the thing, right? It's like, and I think part of the thing that we all have to do as chief executives is, is you have to be able to make an argument to business leaders and
Yo, do you see his response? After PBD spent, first of all, PBD shouldn't have had to school Sonny like that.
Since he worked in banking.
They're the same age. They
What?
actually, yes. PBD and Westmore are the same age. They actually talked about it in the beginning. He said we're 3 days apart. PBD is 3 days apart from Westmore. They were born the same year, the same month.
Wow.
Who sound like the governor? Who sound like the governor?
PBD.
Keep watching and just watch
and small business leaders, large corporations say like, what is staying here worth it to you for? Right?
Let me keep more than my money to make the decision instead of giving it to the federal government or the state.
But it's also, what are the things that you care about, right? And so part of it is going to be absolutely if you
taxes, regulation, talent,
yes, quality of life, Where do I want my kids to be able to grow up? Where do I want them going to schools? Where are they going to feel safe?
You have his sense of the historic. Maryland has a sense of historic.
Exactly.
You have baseball. You have Ravens. You have Ori. You have a lot.
But we have to also be able to move with a sense of urgency on economic diversification and attractiveness when it comes to businesses. Listen, since I've been the governor, and I'm very proud.
What the hell did he just say?
It's his word salad. PBD was trying to help him out.
Exactly. Like, what are you talking
PBD initially said a business is going to stay because their bottom line is making a profit. They want to make money. That is the number one reason why a business would stay. They say, I'm going to make more money than I'm going to lose. If I'm losing more than I make, I'm gone. Or if I'm losing, we're cutting into my profit margin, or with anything I see in the red, I'm leaving. So their number one goal is profit. It's a business. This guy tried to sidestep out and say, well, what do you really care about? Man, they care about me. Are you out of your mind? Listen, they don't care about the school. Listen, they're going to go to the best schools, live in the best neighborhoods. They don't care about that stuff.
The best health care they're going to get.
They don't care about the stuff he's talking about. These companies don't even care about. They're never going to go down to that level to even have it affect them at all. It's the profit. And so PBD told him it's about them making the money. Does it make economic sense for me to stay in the state? Like PBD got the calculator out for him and showed him it made no sense for me to stay in California. Look at where I would have lost 13 million. I gained almost 30 by moving my business to Florida. This guy, Wes Moore, is trying to sidestep all of this economic talk and talk about some virtue madness, some foolishness, some black stuff. What do you care about? Do you care about the people? Do you care about this? Do you care about this city's residents? Do you care about how people are struggling every day? This is how I'm like, no, they don't.
They would be jerks if they said that. PBD would be a jerk if he says, I care about my kids.
Thank you.
My family. I care about my legacy. I give enough when I hire these people, and I got to pay them time off, and I got to pay their health care, and I have to pay taxes just for employing them. So no, I don't care. He would be a jerk if he said that. And he's trying to help him. He's trying to help old boy. And Westmore is only allowed to get away with, like you said, that word salad. We listened to him for like 15 minutes, Blanche, and we can't figure out what this Negro did and is going to do. We can't figure it out.
And he's throwing this word, diversity of business, and that, but that's not what he really means.
No,
he doesn't mean an actual diversity of businesses. He's talking about diversity in the businesses. That's what he's talking about. He ain't talking about a bunch of different companies coming to no. He's talking about those companies that are coming, them having diversity in the companies that come.
Blanche, the companies have left. I mean, Baltimore is a shell of itself. All of the restaurants are going, like everything is closing. Royal Caribbean left. We lost the football team, the Washington Commanders. We losing business like crazy, and they're still putting this man on TV because he's black.
Hold on, y'all are losing the restaurants too?
Oh yeah, a lot of the restaurants have. I think the last restaurant, like the last chain restaurant that was holding up the harbor, was Cheesecake Factory, and it just closed. Just closed. So even in Towson, a lot of the businesses have closed because of the crime, because of the tax. I mean, people are leaving because of the taxes. In Maryland, we're literally giving people 50%. We're giving the government 50% of our income. I mean, like it's a nightmare. And in a normal functioning society, he would not be allowed to show his face. In a functioning society. But he everywhere because he's black. Like you said, the black privilege. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I want to hear what he has to say when he finishes his.
Oh, go ahead.
Out of this, since I've been the governor, we have added over 35,000 new businesses to the state of Maryland, either businesses that have grown within Maryland or businesses that we've gone and stolen from other states. So we're happy that we're actually making progress on that front since I've been the governor. And this is despite watching what's happening with our federal workforce, which I talked about. We've added nearly 100,000 new jobs to the state of Maryland. And by the way, that's a majority private sector jobs that have been added. So we're very happy about that, but I'm also very clear we've got to move faster. Because that economic diversification, being able to focus on these new industries of the future, the places that we can uniquely capture that type of alpha and that type of growth for our state is something that we can't compromise on. And I think for too long, we've been a state that has relied on asking more of the people who are there and not producing enough to be able to keep them. And I think if we can change that mindset and change that mentality as we started making move towards, we know we have more work to do. I think that's going to be the right answer, particularly in the neighborhood that we call home as well.
I think when your age starts with 65, maybe 70, I think we're going to be neighbors in Palm Beach.
Yeah. It's all a lie, Blanche.
Yeah.
It's literally a lie.
And what he said about the adding the 35,000 jobs, I don't really believe it because, okay, for example, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, they were saying Tulsa was giving you a couple years ago, they would give you like, was it like 20,000 or 30,000 if you brought a business there? I mean, it could have been like a mobile business or whatever, but really what it's like somebody having an online business, but you quote unquote move. If you move to Tulsa, we'll give you this incentive to come. But it's not really a business actually moving to Tulsa, if that makes sense. It's not really a business actually moving to Maryland. You notice he said that businesses grew. Okay, well, how are businesses growing if people lost their jobs and businesses are leaving? Like, how did it grow? Because what he described was a non-growth scenario. But yeah, I don't believe him. He said he added 100,000 new jobs. I don't know. I think it's cap. I don't know what happened to my co-host. Where'd she go? Yeah, JV Chanel. He should have been fact checked, because I just know that when if any company comes to Baltimore or Maryland, they're going to have to be a company that's driven by diversity, meaning that they're going to have to hire a certain amount of women, LGBTQs, blacks, whatever, to have access to that money. Because I guarantee he incentivized businesses to come, but it was stipulations involved with that incentivization. And I guarantee it was about them hiring a certain number of minorities and all of them. But I would love to see the actual numbers on businesses that actually grew and businesses that actually came, because I guarantee there weren't actual brick and mortar businesses coming to Maryland like that. I guarantee they wasn't.
Yeah, no, it was just local businesses probably starting a t-shirt shop or something like that. But no, it's just not true. It's not true. Maryland is really struggling under this man, and it was a white man before, a white Republican, that gave him a 3 point. You can actually look this up, Blanche. I know you like to look it up. A $3 billion surplus. And in 2 years, Westmore had blown through that. And now he's saying he started with a negative, and it's just not true. And he's allowed to say, everybody knows it. He's allowed to say that he started with a deficit when he started with a $1 billion surplus. Let me Google it.
Yeah. And it's funny because he said the spending had gone up 70%. In 7 years. He said it went, PPD was like 70%, because it's just because think about that amount of money, it would bankrupt the city, like it would bankrupt the state. Think 70%, it would collapse.
He's literally lying, and he's allowed to lie. He's allowed to lie because he's black, y'all. And this is literally, I just Googled it. I literally just Googled it. Hold on, let me make it bigger so y'all can see it. The conversation around Westmore's $3 billion surplus is highly debated. In 2023, he took office and had an estimated $5 billion in combined cash reserves and balances. However, the Moore administration and fiscal expert noted that much of this was driven by one-time federal COVID relief. That's what he's saying, but it's just not true. It's not true. The Structural Deficit Nonpartisan Budget Office warned that the spending from the one-time fund created a structural deficit and gap between ongoing revenues and growing state commitments like education and transfer. By the 2025 legislative session, this projected deficit reached $3 billion. He started with $5 billion, sorry. And in 2 years.
So he started with 5 and he ended up losing 8.
Yep.
He started with 5 and he lost 8. So he said spending went up 70% in 7 years, but we saw that he spent $8 billion in 2.
Yep. He literally, he just lies. He literally just lies. But he's allowed to lie because
he's black. And I always say this: black people lie. I always say this: black. It's a byproduct of the culture, because the culture is so depraved. Lying is normal. Like black folks don't get mad if you lie. You can lie. They don't. Lying ain't a big deal to black people. It's just not.
Sad. It's so sad. And PBD is trying to just be, because I think PBD is a bit of a politician. Like he's not gonna call him out. Like if you ever watched the PBD and Roland Martin interview, like he was getting so frustrated with Roland Martin, but he still ended up friends, which I think that's the gentleman's game. It's like you can debate, and even though you disagree, you still end up friends. So I actually like that about PPD, and I want my politicians to be able to do that.
Right. Alethea said 70% budget increase during a population decrease. Make it make sense.
Exactly. You're right, Alethea.
It just don't make it, it just doesn't make any sense. But what we know for a fact, he spent $8 billion in 2 years.
Oh yeah. Yep. On social programs. And y'all, mind you, we still don't have our bridge.
Hold on trying to get businesses there, offering them money to come, guarantee incentives to come. Bridge still ain't fixed.
No, but the businesses are not coming. They're not coming. There's no incentive. No, this is welfare. Welfare, Blanche. The largest real estate holder is Johns Hopkins University. Johns Hopkins University is one of the best hospitals, but what do you think it's being funded by?
Taxpayer money?
Yes. Healthcare healthcare is basically primarily funded by taxpayers.
Yeah.
So you have the hospital being the largest owner of real estate in Baltimore. So it's basically like the federal government should be the largest owner. We don't understand how this affects our tax dollars, you guys. They were talking about the American people are the largest consumer of, or the largest customer of soda products. We're the largest. Why? Food stamps. We're paying to have soda. We're literally paying for soda companies.
And I did a video on that where we talked about how these companies, basically when people try to go against food stamps being used for junk food, the soda company stepped in and had them say, you know what, say it's racism, paying NAACP. I'm serious. Like they actually pay these agencies to say it's racism.
Yep.
So we see everybody's working together, and yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy, and you know, like I said, you guys, this show is called On Black. If you have not already, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Go support us. Blanche, you want to get into it? Do you gotta go, or you want to get into the video about the reading?
About which one?
About the kids not reading.
We can go real quick. We can get.
Y'all,
go real quick.
Blanche be having to go. He be having a date.
No, he got no.
That's what Chad used to say. Blanche got a date. Y'all, so okay. So Black people, y'all know y'all sons and y'all daughters. Anywho, this guy makes this little kid at school makes a video having these kids try and read a postcard, and he's getting ready to get expelled. He's getting ready to get expelled. Listen.
Expelled for what?
Watch. Hold on. Here we go.
Here's 5 things.
Clothes that were. She were a. I don't know what this should say. I don't know what this should say.
Let me explain to you how the world works. Young people grow up into adults.
I mean, I saw that video where them kids couldn't read. I mean, they literally couldn't read. And folks in the comments saying, well, they can't read cursive. I said, no, they can't read.
But that's not even cursive.
Like,
it wasn't cursive. I gotta make it big because y'all gonna play with my life talking about it's cursive. It is not cursive. Here we go. It is not cursive, y'all. Look at the video. I'm gonna make it big for y'all so y'all can see.
Look at these kids, my goodness.
Look, this is the word.
She were a. I don't know what this should say. I don't know what this should say. I don't know what this should say. I can't read it. Can't read it. Can't read it. Cancel back.
Read the index card for me.
She wore a suit, clothes that were. Who's this for? Extraordinary, but somewhat Gertrude?
Now explain what that means.
I don't know.
She wore a sahalat of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever, bro, but somewhat gooch.
What does that mean?
She wore a lot. Wait, she wore. Bro, I don't know, bro. Can you take the card back, please?
She wore a. Oh, baby. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were. Bitch, I don't know that word. I don't even know how to read. I don't know why I did this.
She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gosh.
All right, now what does that mean?
I have no idea. Like his clothes is nice or something like that.
She wore a.
So apparently, they're saying that the little boy who did this is getting ready to get suspended because he exposed it. I don't think that you should expose. I don't think everything needs to be on the internet. But y'all, the word, they didn't even know extraordinary, Blanche.
No. This is equivalent to, you know, there's some kidnapped children next door. You should notify the law. Like this, these children are in high school, they can't read. Come on, like this is not, it needs to be exposed. Silhouette, extraordinary, gosh.
I didn't know gosh.
No, but I didn't either. But contextually, to me, it's a contextual statement to see what God. So basically, she wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gosh. Maybe gosh is like
not extraordinary,
simple, plain. You know, yeah, just from context, right?
Yeah.
So these children can't even get to the context part. They can't even read the sentence. So I'm gonna ask you, how are they passing standardized tests? How are they graduating? How they can't read?
It's so sad.
I know firsthand someone that was in a gifted program and used to brag about it. Everybody bragged, and just like this, I'm like, how are you in the gifted program and but you're black?
Yeah. There was about 10 years ago in Maryland, they had all of these kids graduating with 4.0s and getting to and not being able to get into college because their SAT scores.
Yeah.
They couldn't even pass standardized tests.
Right.
And so what colleges did, because they felt bad for all these kids, is they now have removed SAT. Do you know SAT is optional for colleges now?
What you mean?
Google it, Blanche. Blanche, Google SAT optional now. And they're saying it's because of the pandemic that some of these kids are not able to pass the SAT, and they don't want to judge these kids off of SATs. So SAT scores are optional for schools now.
Yes, the SAT is currently optional for admission to over 80% of U.S. bachelor degree granting institutions for fall 2026.
Share it, Blanche. Share it, please. Share it. I only know because y'all know I got a 16-year-old. And so someone was saying to me, she was like, oh, well, because he's taking the SAT. And she was like, well, he doesn't have to. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, he doesn't have to. SAT is optional because it's racist anyway. Like, these tests don't really tell what a person's capability is. Blanche, we are in clown world.
How do I make the screen?
Go ahead, do it one more time. Sorry.
It's up.
Try it again. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Here. My bad. We in clown world, Blanche.
Look what they call it.
Fair test. I wasn't ready for that.
Fair housing.
Fair. They call the EBT card independence card. The independence card. Everything is opposite day, Blanche.
Everything is opposite day.
Everything is opposite day. Fair test.
Accredited bachelor's degree granting colleges, universities with SAT/optional or test-free admission policies for students seeking to enroll in fall 2026 and beyond is already at 2,085 plus. So we have 2,010 institutions with optional ACT, SAT, and then 75 with just test-free institutions.
Yep.
And they have a list of them down here. Just
a mess.
Agnes Scott's here in Atlanta. Agnes Scott College, test optional, permanent. Alabama State, Black College, test optional, permanent. You already know that, test optional.
Oh, yeah.
Alaska Pacific, test free. Yeah.
A mess. A mess. What are we coming to?
Remember President Trump said in 2020, he said, he was like, we gotta get these kids back in school. He said, because he said if these kids miss a year of school, he said it's gonna set them back for 20 years, a 20-year setback.
Yep. 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 And instead of wanting to do more to help them, we just removed the test. That's like instead of me working to lose weight, I just take away the scales.
Yeah.
Just take away the scales.
No more scales.
Sizes. Don't put no sizes.
No size on the clothing.
No size on the clothes.
Take away this is. Problem solved.
Problem solved.
I remember I think it was 2021, the governor of Oregon, in the middle of the night, listen to me, like 1 a.m, signed some legislation that basically there was no high school requirements for Black and brown students. There was she did it at 1 a.m, no high school requirements to graduate for Black and brown students.
Wow.
Now, y'all told me that y'all was fighting to go to school. The white folks was racist, wouldn't let y'all go to school, didn't want y'all to learn. And just to find out that y'all didn't even want to read anymore. See, what Black folks don't understand is white people weren't fighting against you all not having education. They were fighting against their rights being violated, for the government telling them that they had to do something, that you are forced to do something. That's what they were fighting against. But y'all can't see it because y'all don't even understand freedom. Black folks have no concept of what true freedom is. They don't understand about when their rights are infringed upon and when they think they know when the police pull them over, but they don't really know about rights. These white people were not fighting to keep you all out of school. They were fighting for their rights to have autonomy. If they wanted to have their schools, it was their school. Just like y'all had you all school. Just imagine this. Black people at one time had all Black schools and they were integrating white schools. So they had 2 sets of schools.
Yep. And my aunt, she told me that she was so frustrated because she had to leave the school that she loved with all of her friends that was right by her house to get bused miles and miles away just to irritate white people. Right. Seriously, just to irritate them. That's what white people didn't want.
Because they knew the reason you all were doing it was to stir up some trouble. Like it wasn't honorable. They know this. They know this is intentionally to cause a mess because you want to see a Black student running for their life out of the school and white kids chasing. That would make you all's day.
Yeah. And they're doing it now.
To prove that racism is real.
They're doing it now. You want to read the super chats, Blanche? Thank you so much, Cruise Missile, for your super chats. We really appreciate it.
Hold on. Stan, Stash, and Hundreds. I got this hat from a place called K&G here.
First of all, don't be giving KG need to send you a check.
Well, K&G didn't. They just sold the hat. I mean, FUBU need to send me a check.
FUBU need to send you a check, and K&G need to send you a check for you sending people over there.
I got a BET hat too.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Idris Singleton. It says hippo character repeatedly points to the streamer while chanting "get good." I don't get it. Can you give me
I think he put a like a little cartoon up, like a little image up.
Oh, okay.
I think it's reading out what the cartoon is doing.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Probably talking about Wes Moore. All
Right.
Carmel Wonder, Black people say white people have the most folks on welfare. Then when government says they want to limit junk food purchases on food stamps, and then the Black people say they're being targeted. Oh my God, it's the truth. Don't they say that? So Carmel Wonder, they say that even with DEI. You remember they were like, oh, Black people don't even use DEI. Well, why are you mad? Why are you mad? Thank you so much for the super chat. But it's true.
DI don't benefit black people. It benefit white people. Then why y'all fighting for it then?
Why you mad? Karma Munder, you said, per No Child Left Behind had spelling test and had to read out loud. Post, oh, you said pre No Child Left Behind. We had spelling test and had to read out loud. Post No Child Left Behind. The teachers aren't required to give spelling tests and they don't make the kids read out loud. It's so sad. And that was done under Bush, but you know.
Yeah, it was.
The Republicans before Trump were cucked. I mean, like and I'm scared that the Republicans after Trump, if Marco Rubio and JD Vance are not in charge, we Republican white people, y'all might as well just go on and get your reservations together.
Yeah, get it together.
Y'all gonna just be like the Indians. Gonna be like the Indians. Anywho. It's sad. So what happened to those kids? I'm kind of sad. Blanche, you notice we didn't even laugh because it's not even funny.
It's not. I have a comment right here. I know an Iranian guy that went to the University of Alabama and took 3 classes and got a stamp from a black girl he dated and embossed numerous fake degrees for several Iranians. One was for himself. This was in the mid-'80s. The girl worked on campus and got him the embosser stamp.
So he's trying to say Iranians come over here in their fake degrees.
Oh, no. Well, she's saying that it was a black girl that helped him falsify these degrees.
Well, they'll do anything for a check.
Even now, all these folks coming over here from India talking about the tech industry, these people they got fake degrees too. Like it's a hustle, it's a scam. These people ain't see, listen, it's an illusion to say these folks coming over here are more qualified. It's not. They are scamming over there to come over here. Trust me, it ain't these.
And the Africans, so they always want to work the overnight shift when they nurses because they be all working off the same license, like the same nursing license. It's crazy, and you don't know the names. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because if you just say my name is Ufufu,
Diablo,
I mean, you know,
talk to him.
Then you don't know. Like, it's not verifiable.
You mean to tell me whole floor, whole nursing staff got one license?
Yes. They be working off the one license. And but that's how they are. We as Americans, we're like, oh, we'll get caught. We think that we're gonna get caught. They don't have that kind of fear because they know y'all are trusting society.
They already know.
It's so sad. It's so sad. But yeah, the black people, y'all, I'm unblacked, but I'm telling you, you get black. When I used to be black, I done some things. I had to get unblack. Like, let me tell you something. I'm saved by the grace of God, Blanche.
Amen. We're gonna leave it at that. You're saved by the grace of God.
You guys, thank you so much for watching. We just appreciate you. We really, really thank you. Thank you. If you have not already, please, if you are watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on X, if you're watching on Instagram, please go like our channel, Unblacked. It's Unblack Official.
Unblack Official.
Unblack Official. Go follow Blanche. He is Blanchard on all platforms.
Oh yeah, he is Blanchard on YouTube. He is Blanchard on Instagram. Free Blanche on TikTok. Free Blanche on Rumble. He is Blanchard on Twitter.
Yeah, he had to start a couple of new TikTok pages. TikTok is communist trash. Blanche always says
communist garbage.
I'm on my second TikTok page. I'm trying to be good. I can't even post on it, y'all. I can't even go live on it because I'm gonna get striked.
I remember going live on TikTok. I didn't even say anything.
I know.
And it said violation. I didn't even say a word. I just looked at the screen. Violation.
Yeah.
against company policies.
Ain't even say nothing.
I didn't say a single word. I was just looking at the camera.
It's so sad. It's so sad. So
TikTok is horrible.
I'm scared to go live on there because I'm like, I don't even want to start another channel. So, anywho, you guys, if
I got a strike for that Candace Owens video I posted up.
Really? I got a strike for the one that I said where you were talking about women can't do anything but have because if they had to do something to actually make a baby, they wouldn't be able to do it. I got a strike for that.
That's crazy. On TikTok, right?
Yeah, on TikTok. Yeah. So anywho, you guys, thank you so much. You hold on. She said, Justice Juice said, I'm building a fan Discord to discuss Blanche's videos, topics, plus some more. To get the joint link, please email. Okay, I'm an email too.
It's called fansofblanche@gmail.com.
Yeah, okay. fansofblanche@gmail.com. I want to do it too. I'm a fan of Blanche. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please go and like, share, subscribe. It really helps our channel grow. Until next, we'll be back on next Thursday. And until next time, peace.